In the last class, we have discussed about distance and displacement. Today we will discuss about uniform and non-uniform motion. In uniform and non-uniform motion, first we will discuss about uniform motion. Uniform motion is a motion when equal distance is covered in equal interval of time. It means that if we take example of a car, say it is moving at a constant speed, that is 10 meter per second. So it must cover equal distance of 10 meter in every second. Then it is termed as uniform motion. And if we plot a graph between time and distance, we must obtain a straight line like this. This axis represents the time and this axis represents the distance. If we get a straight line in distance time graph, then we say that it is a uniform motion, because in this straight line, or this straight line signifies that equal distance has been covered in equal interval of time. And in case of non-uniform motion, unequal distance is covered in equal interval of time. Means the time interval remains equal, but the distance which is covered in that mean time is unequal. And it can be plotted like this. This is time axis and this is distance. We get a curve. This represents the non-uniform motion. As the line is not straight, so it signifies that the distance covered in the equal interval of time is not equal. So whenever we get a straight line in distance time graph, it is uniform motion, and when we get a curved line in distance time graph, it is non-uniform motion. Non-uniform motion is also termed as accelerated motion. Now we will discuss about another physical quantity, that is speed. It is denoted by S. It is defined as the distance travelled by a body in a unit time. S is equal to distance divided by time. Mathematically, it can be calculated by using this formula. Now, unit of speed. As we know, distance is calculated in kilometers and time is calculated in seconds. So, the unit of speed is kilometer per second. This is a scalar quantity. Being a scalar quantity, it does not depend upon the direction. It is dependent on only its value. Now, if we travel a large distances, or if we travel a journey, then we must be having variable speed. It is not that every time we must be traveling with the same speed. There should be varying speed. So the total distance travelled per unit total time taken is termed as average speed. So now we will define average speed. Whenever a body is having variable speed, we calculate average speed, and it is the total distance travelled by a body divided by the total time taken to cover that distance. Its unit is same, kilometer per second. Now we will discuss about uniform speed. As we have discussed about uniform motion, so same as the uniform speed, that is when a body covers equal distance in equal interval of time. Like if a body or any object covers 10-meter distance in every 1 second, so this motion is termed as uniform motion, and a motion has having uniform speed in this case. Now we will discuss about non-uniform speed. As in above case, during average speed, we told that it is not compulsory that the object is having a constant speed. It might have variable speed. So, non-uniform speed is also termed as variable speed. As the name suggests, variable means varying, which is changing. So, non-uniform or variable speed is defined as when a body covers unequal distance but in equal interval of time. Means the interval of time remains the same, but the distance to be covered in that interval does not remains the same. Now we will discuss about instantaneous speed. Instantaneous speed is the speed of an object or a body at a particular instant of time. It is measured by using speedometers in automobile. As the word itself suggesting, instantaneous means at a particular time, at a particular moment of time. So, whenever we want to calculate the speed at a particular time, that is t equal to 1 second or t equal to 2 seconds, so the speed corresponding to such a case is termed as instantaneous speed. It is defined as So here we have discussed about 4 types of varying speeds. All these are speed, so they are all scalar quantities and all they have the same unit, that is kilometer per second. Only they are defined according to the various conditions. Now we will discuss about velocity. Velocity is defined as the rate of change of displacement. In the previous section, we defined speed as a rate of change of distance. But in this case, we are defining velocity, that is rate of change of displacement. So, velocity is a displacement per unit time. It is denoted by V, and mathematically it can be calculated by using the formula, that is displacement upon time, and its unit is meter per second. As it is rate of change of displacement and displacement is a vector quantity, so velocity is also a vector quantity. Being a vector quantity, it depends on value as well as on the direction. Now, as we have discussed different situations in the speed, likewise we will discuss in velocity also. So, first we will discuss about uniform velocity. Uniform velocity is defined as when a body covers equal distance in equal interval of time but in a particular direction. Now, the conditions will also depend upon the direction also. So, it should be in a given particular direction. Then it is said that a body or an object is moving with a constant or uniform velocity. So, it is defined as this is a uniform velocity. Now we will discuss about non-uniform velocity. Non-uniform velocity is defined as when a body does not cover equal distance in equal interval of time in a particular direction. Means it may have unequal distance or it may change its direction also. In either case, it is having non-uniform velocity because the time interval remains the equal. So, if it is changing its direction with equal distance and equal interval of time, then too it is concluded that the object is having a non-uniform velocity. So, we can define it as